Okay, you guys, let's be real, going to uni is a huge deal. Like, it's basically this massive life change that can feel super exciting and totally terrifying all at the same time. I mean, think about it. New people, new place, new everything. It's a lot. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely wish I had someone tell me some things before I took the leap. Like maybe, just maybe if I knew then what I know now, things would have been like a little less chaotic, just a tad. Okay, who am I kidding? It probably still would have been a whole thing, but maybe with a few less mental breakdowns, you know? So, to save you guys from a whole roller coaster of emotions, or at least like a few loop-de-loops, 10 Things asked me to share some mental prep tips for all you Uni-Bound peeps. We're talking about the stuff they don't really tell you in those glossy brochures, you know? Get ready to dive into the real deal, the nitty-gritty, the behind-the-scenes of surviving, nay thriving, hopefully, in the wild world of university. Let's do this thing. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about time management. And before you click away like, ugh, boring, trust me, this is important. Like, seriously important. In uni, you're gonna be juggling classes, assignments, maybe a job, a social life, hopefully, and let's be real, probably a whole lot of Netflix. It's like suddenly you're this independent adult who has to like, make their own schedule and actually stick to it. Wild, right? But seriously, if you don't get a handle on your time, things can spiral really quickly. Imagine this, it's 2 a.m., you're drowning in textbooks fueled by nothing but instant noodles and sheer panic because you have an essay due tomorrow that you haven't even started. Yeah, not cute. We're trying to avoid that whole hot mess express situation, okay? So, buckle up because we're about to get organized. The key to avoiding the whole hot mess situation is to actually, like, plan your time. I know, planning can seem like super lame and restrictive, but trust me, it's a lifesaver. Plus, it doesn't have to be like super intense or anything. Start by figuring out what your absolute must-dos are each week, like classes, work, or, you know, that standing coffee date with your bestie. Then, block out those times in your calendar, planner, whatever you use. Once you have those essentials locked in, you can start slotting in study time, errands, and of course some much-needed chill time. The key here is to be realistic. Don't overload yourself because burnout is real, people. Trust me, having a plan will make you feel so much more in control and way less likely to have a meltdown over a forgotten deadline. It's all about finding that balance, you know? Okay, real talk. One of the biggest adjustments of uni is the whole independence thing. Like suddenly you're responsible for like everything. Doing your own laundry, cooking, or like ordering takeout, let's be real. Making your own doctor's appointments, it's a lot. And don't even get me started on the whole living situation. If you're used to having your own room and bathroom, get ready for the dorm life struggle. Communal bathrooms, noisy roommates, questionable cafeteria food. It's a whole new world out there, people, but, and this is a big but, it's also super exciting, like, you get to make your own rules, set your own schedule, and just like, figure things out on your own. It's all about embracing the unknown and realizing that, hey, you're actually capable of handling way more than you think you are. Look, I'm not gonna lie, being independent takes some getting used to. There will be times when you miss your mom's cooking or your dad's ability to fix literally anything. And that's okay. It's normal to feel a little homesick or overwhelmed at first. But the key is to not freak out. Remember, everyone else is in the same boat. Everyone's figuring things out as they go, making mistakes and learning from them. The best thing you can do is embrace the challenge. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, whether it's from your RA, a classmate, or even just Google. Seriously, Google is a lifesaver for those how to do laundry moments. And hey, if you burn your first attempt at ramen noodles, there's always takeout. It's all part of the learning process, right? Okay, so like, adulting, am I right? And adulting means like, money. It's not the most glamorous part of going to uni, but trust me, being on top of your finances is major key. We're not talking like Wall Street vibes here, just like, knowing where your money is going and not freaking out every time you order a coffee. First things first, budgeting. I know, the worst word, right? But it doesn't have to be a total drag. Basically, you gotta figure out how much money you have coming in each month, like from your parents, a part-time job, or whatever. Then, list out all your expenses, rent, bills, groceries, those late-night Uber Eats orders. You know the vibe. Once you have a clear picture, it's all about finding a balance. Like, Maybe you can cut back on going out to eat every night and actually try cooking. I know, revolutionary, there are tons of apps out there that can help you track your spending and stuff. It might seem extra, but trust me, your bank account will thank you later. Seriously guys, budgeting isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being smart and making sure you have enough cash to actually enjoy uni life. Got your budget sorted? Here are some genius money-saving tips. Student discounts are your best friend. Flash that ID everywhere. Learn to cook. Eating out drains your bank account. Split costs with roommates. Share groceries, bills, and subscriptions. Embrace thrift stores for unique, affordable finds. Save money without sacrificing style or fun. Alright guys, let's talk about studying. Studying is important if you want to pass your classes, but it doesn't have to be a drag. Find what works for you. Silence or chaos, morning or night. Experiment with environments and times. Techniques like flashcards or mind maps. Don't cram, space out sessions. Your brain will thank you. Staying organized is just as important as good study habits. Invest in a serious planner for all your deadlines and appointments. Color code your notes and folders for each class. Create digital folders for each class to keep everything organized. Okay, so you're going to uni, which means new people, new friends, new experiences. It's exciting, but also kind of terrifying, right? But don't worry, I got you. Making friends in uni is all about putting yourself out there and actually talking to people. I know, scary, right? But seriously, everyone's in the same boat, so don't be afraid to strike up conversations. Talk to the people in your dorm and your classes at the coffee shop down the street. You never know who you'll click with, and pro tip, join clubs and societies. Seriously, this is the easiest way to meet people who share your interests. Whether you're into sports, music, art, or even just cheese tasting, no judgment, there's a club for you. Plus, it's a great way to actually do something besides studying. Remember, friendships take time to develop, so don't get discouraged if you don't find your soulmates right away. Just keep putting yourself out there, being yourself, and having fun. Okay, so you've put yourself out there, you've met some people. Now it's time to navigate the wonderful world of uni social life. From parties to study groups to random encounters in the dining hall, there are endless opportunities to connect with people. First things first, don't be afraid to initiate plans. If you want to hang out with someone, just ask. The worst they can say is no, and even then, it's not the end of the world. Plus, chances are they're probably just as nervous about making friends as you are. And when it comes to parties, go with the flow. Don't feel pressured to drink or do anything you're not comfortable with. The best parties are the ones where you're just being yourself and having a good time with your friends. Remember, uni is all about trying new things, meeting new people, and figuring out who you are. So, embrace the awkwardness, put yourself out there, and have fun with it. You got this. Okay, so we've talked about studying, budgeting, making friends, all the fun stuff, but guys, we need to talk about mental health. It's huge. And it's something no one really tells you about before you go to uni. You're gonna be stressed. Really stressed. Deadlines, exams, figuring out where the heck your classes are. It's a lot. And it's totally normal to feel overwhelmed. Don't even get me started on homesickness. It hits you like a ton of bricks, especially if you're used to having your people around all the time. But here's the thing, it's okay to not be okay. Seriously. Don't try to be this perfect student who has it all together 24/7. We're all just figuring it out as we go, right? The important thing is to recognize when things are getting to be too much. If you're feeling super anxious, having trouble sleeping, or just not feeling like yourself, don't ignore it. Talk to someone, whether it's a friend, a family member, or a therapist. Universities have tons of mental health resources. It might seem intimidating, but it's worth it. Counselors are trained to help with stress and anxiety. Reach out to friends. They're likely feeling the same. Talking can make a world of difference. Remember to take care of yourself. Eat, sleep, and exercise. They're crucial for mental health. Be kind to yourself and know you're not alone. Okay, real talk, university is not always going to go according to plan. At all. You're gonna have moments where you're wait, what just happened? And honestly, that's kind of the beauty of it, you know? You're gonna have to learn to adapt, to go with the flow, to be okay with things not always going your way. Remember that time I tried to make coffee with orange juice instead of water? Yeah, let's just say I learned the importance of adaptability that day. One of the biggest things you'll have to adapt to is your new environment. You're gonna be living in a new place, probably with people you've never met before. And that's a big deal. It might take some time to find your groove, to figure out your routine, and to feel comfortable in your new surroundings. But that's totally normal. Just remember to be open to new experiences, to be willing to try new things, and to embrace the chaos. You're also going to have to adapt to different types of people. You'll meet people from all walks of life, with different backgrounds, beliefs, and perspectives. And that's actually one of the best things about uni. It exposes you to so much diversity. But it also means you're going to have to be understanding and respectful of those differences. You might not always agree with everyone, and that's okay. Just be open-minded and willing to listen. And guys, be prepared for academic challenges too. The coursework in uni is definitely a step up from high school, so don't freak out if you're feeling a little overwhelmed at first. The key is to be proactive. If you're struggling with a particular subject, don't be afraid to ask for help from your professors, TAs, or classmates. Remember, everyone's in the same boat. Okay, so you've moved into your dorm, you've survived orientation week, and you're finally starting to get into the swing of things. Now it's time to talk about goals, what do you actually want to get out of your university experience? And I don't just mean academically, although that's obviously important too. I'm talking about personal goals, social goals, career goals, the whole shebang. What do you want to achieve during your time at uni? Do you want to graduate with honors, make lifelong friends, land your dream internship? It's all on the table, people. But here's the thing, you're not going to achieve any of it if you don't set clear goals. Having goals gives you something to work towards, something to motivate you when you're feeling overwhelmed or discouraged. Trust me, it's way easier to stay focused when you have a clear vision of what you're working towards. Now I know what you're thinking, Emma, setting goals is scary. What if you set them too high and fail? Or what if you set them too low and end up not challenging yourself enough? Here's a pro tip, break your goals down into smaller, more manageable steps. Instead of just saying, I want to get straight A's, break it down by class and even by assignment. For example, you could set a goal to attend every single lecture for a particular class, or to finish a certain assignment a day before the deadline. See, way less intimidating, right? And don't be afraid to adjust your goals along the way. Life happens, things change, and that's totally okay. The important thing is to have something to strive for, something to keep you moving forward. So get out there, set some goals, crush those goals, and then set some more goals. You got this. Okay, so we've talked about all this stuff about uni and how to not completely lose it, but the most important thing is to remember you're not some kind of superhuman, okay? You can't just run on 3 hours of sleep and instant noodles. I mean, I've tried, it's not cute, trust me. Self-care is actually crucial. It's not just face masks and bath bombs, although those are great too. It's about actually taking care of your physical and mental well-being. Are you even drinking water? Because I forget all the time. First things first, sleep. I know, you're thinking, Emma, you don't sleep, and yeah, sometimes that's true, but seriously, getting enough sleep is the number one thing you can do for yourself. It affects everything. Your mood, your focus, your ability to make, semi-decent decisions. And speaking of decisions, let's talk about food. I'm not saying you have to become a health guru overnight, but try to incorporate some fruits, veggies, and actual protein into your diet. Your body will thank you. And for the love of all that is holy, stay hydrated. Carry a water bottle with you everywhere, become one of those people. Okay, so you've made it to uni, you're surviving, maybe even thriving, but are you really? I'm talking about critical thinking, people. It's not just about memorizing facts and spitting them back out on exams, which, by the way, is still important, so don't get any ideas. It's about actually engaging with the material, questioning things why is the sky blue? Just kidding, that's not important. Or is it? Okay, I'm getting off track. Critical thinking is about forming your own opinions and being able to back them up with, actual evidence. It's about seeing things from different perspectives, even if those perspectives are, totally wrong. Uni is the perfect place to develop your critical thinking skills. You're exposed to so many different ideas and perspectives, it's like mind-blowing. But don't just be a sheeple, okay? Don't just blindly accept everything you hear. Question everything. Challenge your professors, your classmates, even random people on the internet. Okay, maybe not random people on the internet, that's a bad idea, but you get the point. The more you use your critical thinking skills, the sharper they'll become. And trust me, that's a good thing. Imagine being the person who always has the best arguments. You're welcome. And there you have it, folks. 10 mental prep tips for all you Uni-Bound peeps. I know it seems like a lot, but you got this. Seriously, if I can survive uni, anyone can. Just remember to be prepared, be open to new experiences, and most importantly, be yourself. And don't forget to have fun. Uni is supposed to be the best time of your life, or so I've heard. Good luck out there, you're gonna kill it. Okay, bye.